Hi and welcome back to the first video of 2026, the 1st of January. Friday the 1st of January 2026. Starting off a bit later than usual. Slept in 8:15 AM. Thursday the 1st of January, get it right? Yeah, Thursday the 1st of January 2026. Let's check the current temperature. 27.4 degrees Celsius, feels like 33.0 degrees Celsius. Predicted rain 2 to 25 millimeters. 8.6 millimeters of rain since 9 AM yesterday. And the humidity is 86%. So this video is the first one for the year, and it's going to be bridge to bridge to bridge to bridge. Depending on how my body reacts to that, it'll be Bamboo Creek Bridge to Centenary Bridge to Jubilee Bridge to Geraldton Bridge. That's the plan. So we're going across Bamboo Creek Bridge now.
Total 2 kilometers, 26 minutes.
It may have to end up being a part 1, part 2, just because of the way YouTube works.
Heart rate 122 beats per minute.
There's Bamboo Creek that goes into the Johnston River, and the vehicle part of the Bamboo Creek, the bridge. Yeah, the bridge, this is the pedestrian bridge that I'm on. Tide's up pretty high. Anyway, let's continue along our merry way. So we've got such a long walk to go. This is all wet here because it's so shaded, and it doesn't dry out as easy. And I think it must have flooded over here at one stage when we had that big lot of rain the other night. I assume that it did. And there's a tree over up here. At the cemetery. So I couldn't see if there's anyone coming behind me. There's a lot of debris around for the council to come and clean up. So I'll let them know about this tree here through the Sepand app. I encourage everyone to download the Sepand app and report stuff like this. I don't know if you can see it on the video. But it's a pretty big tree. The roots probably rotted. I'm not going to walk on the grass to get video of it. But you can see it here. Anyway, Hey, how you going? Continuing along anyway, on our merry way across up here. It's a bit nicer to cross up here. Sort of a lot of wet areas. I don't know when it last rained. Watched the fireworks last night on the ABC. I fell asleep not long after it. Maybe about half an hour after it. hoping to wake up earlier to go and do this walk. I'd like to get my first one for the year and my last one for last year on the 31st and one on the 1st. Scotland Avenue up here and a random Kmart trolley. There's the cemetery here. Innisfail Cemetery. No dogs allowed in cemetery. Should be more of those signs around because I've seen dogs in the cemetery before. As towards the vehicle Bamboo Creek Bridge. What used to be called Hadwell Park. Where there's often the lady doing the selling fruit and veggies and things. Just have to walk right around all this wet. All the puddles. So where it used to be Hadwell Park is an RV park now. Very overgrown, very unlooked after. I don't know if that's council responsibility or whether it's to do with the RV park. Whoever runs it. There's a puddle up here. So I'm not going to walk through. Can I walk around it or do I have to walk all the way back? Around. I think I might have to walk back around. Rather than ruining my shoes. To walk back up here, walk on the road, it's all part of it. So hopefully everyone had a great Christmas and a happy and safe New Year. Spare a thought for those who are lonely on these times and any other time too, not just these special occasions. Check on your neighbours and friends and family, different people. A lot of people get more depressed over the festive season because they've got no one to be with. And that RV park's closed. You can see how the water just goes here. It needs better drainage. It's hard to get back onto the pathway. The Bay Reef Motel. Now if you hear the distance, that's my distance from home to the current location. So to get the distance of the walk, once I started recording, take basically 2 kilometres off. So it's 2 kilometres to get here. It's a dump point for caravans and things. RVs. It always smells along this path, so we'll get past here as fast as possible. There's no caravans there. It's the car park for the Conservatorium of Music and Arts, etc. Yeah, there's a lot of mowing needing to be done. With all this rain and that, we're probably waiting till the rain's gone, everything dries out, which is fair enough. And the Con Theatre Visual and Performing Arts Centre, the Con Theatre, coming attractions, Merry Christmas. It says on there. This is my first look of all these areas in 2026. Usually I'd be saying 2025 over and over and again until it gets stuck in my head, but no, so far no. It's Eslick Street over there, where that vehicle is parked near the rubbish bins. River Drive Caravan Park, which is closed. Been closed for a while now. I don't know if they're doing it up or what's happening with it. So we're not taking the easy way out and just recording when I get to the bridges. We're going to do the whole walk and just see what we can show, how it is at the moment after all the rain and stuff. There's a lot of debris, which I'm trying to kick off as much as I can. Don't want to ruin the new shoes. My last shoes, which are the same as these, the same make and model, and that lasted a whole year. So, till they just couldn't use them any longer. So. There's Ida Street, IDA. Yeah, Ida Street. So you won't get too many walkers out at this hour on New Year's Day. A lot of debris. We'll let the council know about it, even though they should be driving around looking. Still got to report it. Sometimes I'll just drive past it. You watch them do it. So. It's the sort of thing I expect after all that rain and wind we had the other night. Far out. That was crazy. And that's reported. The park temporarily closed. Temporarily closed. River Drive Caravan Park on the banks of the South Johnston River. When the guy went right off at me for saying South Johnston River. It's not, it's the North Johnston River. No, it's not. This is not the North Johnston River along this part. Behind here. It's a public phone. It needs a good clean. I personally wouldn't use it. It's quite filthy. If you're going to use it, bring wipes along, decent wipes. And at least wipe the handset and where you're pressing the buttons for the numbers. Coming up on Stitch Street, where Rem Recreational Centre is. Show some support to Reborn Recreational Centre. Puts a lot of effort in. A lot of people haven't been turning up and it's been crazy. Poor guy put so much work into the place and people don't support it enough. Right there. More fallen stuff up here. So we'll let them know. That's what the app's there for. But yeah, definitely check out Reborn Recreational Centre. Check it out on Facebook as well. Give him a like on this. Follow his channel. Actually show your support. Go down there. Check out what he's up to. Yeah. It's horrible along here at the Bestestimes on River Avenue. But after all this, it's worse. See here where the parts of the trees are falling down onto the sign. Yeah, definitely download the app, especially if you're a pedestrian. You're going to be walking around and that. I know there'd be a lot of work for the council after all this. But if they can get out and do this, because a lot of people do walk along here. When I go earlier in the day, I see at least 20 people. And that's what I end up seeing. There might be more other times. More fallen limbs. Be nice if they kept this maintained. Well, it'd be nice to have a whole new footpath here, proper concrete, cement. Would be phenomenal. Because the tree roots grow through all this. And some parts are quite bumpy. Like you wouldn't want to ride a push bike along here. It's getting to that point. When I was riding the scooter through here, it wasn't great. Back a few years ago. But we'll show all that. Not trying to be a negative Nelly. Or a negative Nancy or Darnell or whatever, all these different ones people say. No, not at all. Just worry about people's safety with it all. It's quite slippery. I kick what I can off. There's only so much I can do. If they come along with a leaf blower once every couple of days or once a week, a decent leaf blower, and pressure washed it a few times the wet season, at least it'll be something. And lucky I remembered to put Airguard on today. Yeah, normally I forget and it's like, I get along here and I start getting eaten alive. I'm like, oh no, I forgot to put Airguard on. I'm wearing a mosquito bracelet, which helps a little bit. It's got a citronella smell to it. It's back where we just came from. It's very rainforesty. To my left, when I'm facing this way, towards the next bridge. So we've done the first bridge, we're on the way to the second bridge, the Centenary Bridge. Yeah, if it has to be a part 1, part 2, part 3, well, there's only so much I can do. I don't run out of memory on the my editing device. I need to buy a bigger memory card. Like this one in the camera is fine. It's just others, yeah. Yeah, if they just walked along these pathways and checked where it needs to be maintenance, that'd be phenomenal. But it'd be horrible in the heat and everything, but for people's safety, it's worthwhile. Pathway up to the traffic lights, but then there's no pathway down to Stitch Street when you get across the road, which there should be at least to Stitch Street along the side of the old high school. Be a bit safer, a bit nicer. Be nice if they made it wider for people on push bikes to go around that bend too, because going up here and going onto the bridge wouldn't be the easiest thing. If you've got a heavy scooter or a heavy push bike, how do you get up there? And the same with people, mobility scooters and all that, you just couldn't. You'd have to go around the Jubilee Bridgeway if you wanted to get over east. Nice bird sounds. Tree canopy along here. Needs a good clean. Be nice if every couple of months it was cleaned. And sometimes when you've walked a ridiculous distance, you need to sit down, but it's often covered in green ants too. These ones along here. Well, most of these seeds anyway. In the Castro Coast region get covered in green ants. It's to be expected. So this is Reborn. This is where the Christmas lights are that I took the video of. That time, I think it's in part 4. It's the South Johnson Mina Creek Silkwood Townsville sign. Coming up just after this tree with sort of in line with the Witch's Hat traffic cone, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, here's where you get some of the tree roots growing through and it gets bumpy. And a bit further up here. Yeah, Uwangan, South Johnson, Muni Creek, Silkwood, Townsville, Paranola Park Zone. We're not walking ultra slow because we want to make it to these places. Yeah, there's all tree roots underneath here. It's really bumpy. It's hard to tell on video. But yeah, it's covered in bumps and cracks in the asphalt. And up here where they've done just basic patch jobs, just here. I know it costs a lot of money to maintain all this stuff, but if you're not prepared to maintain it, don't build it. Like the Coronation Drive, we'll see parts of that probably need ridiculous cleaning. It's another one of those tables and chairs, public seating. So trying to show as best as we can what it's like along here, to walk along. See through there to the Johnston River, the South Johnston River. There's even signage saying South Johnston River on the Jubilee Bridge, or just before the Jubilee Bridge over the east side. But anyway, it's the way people are. So, if you missed what I said before, this is River Avenue. This is what you'd see if you were looking at this particular direction on this particular day, at this particular time. This is how you would see it. Haven't come across anybody apart from the chappie with the person in the wheelchair. Yeah, that Bamboo Creek Bridge definitely needs a good clean. The pedestrian one, very, very muddy. It has sort of flooded that day, that night. I just couldn't get out there. And it's too dark to see it. If you watched my storm video, you'll see how bad it was. How bad the weather was, not how bad the Bamboo Creek was. Yeah, see, there's stuff everywhere along here. Can't kick it all off, it's just too much. Starting to get a few insects hanging around. There we go, I don't know so much. And that ridge stuff doesn't do much better. For me anyway. Probably does for some people. My grandfather used to speak highly of that red. I don't know, they sometimes change the recipes for things too, ingredients. Kick some more stuff off, make it a bit safer. Like I did over at the Gundy Sports Ground and that. You see the nice blue sky with wispy clouds. These trees used to be all the way along here. There used to be a lot more of them. But they took them down. There must be a reason why they took them down. There's someone coming across now. Somebody walking. Doing their thing. The loudest bird then. It's a thing along here, yeah. Lots of wildlife, lots of birds, which I like hearing to a point. There's all tree roots going through back there. I would have shown, but although it was coming across. Johnston River's quite high, we'll show that once we get over the Coronation. or mention some of the street names so you know basically where I'm in line with certain spots. Give you a bit of a concept of where it is. I don't like this stairs up here, too steep. Move this off here because I know people do bike ride along here. I know a couple of the people that bike ride along there instead of being on the pathway. I wish the pathway went all the way out to Wangan, Mundu, South Johnson, all that. That'd be amazing if they did that. Even if it's the same sort of pathway, to make it a bit safer to walk out there. Put lighting all the way along from the caravan park all the way through. Would be phenomenal. Even if this side went all the way out, instead of the other side, which would make it safer. And I'd do it regularly. There's pawpaw trees to my right. Yeah, air conditioner pumping. Different places. Understandable too. In this heat. Nice flowers here. Starting to die off. Anyway, we'll continue along our way. Yeah, this needs a good clear away too. Good clean. Slippery. We'd go up and have a look at those new places up there, but I've shown them in video before. It's too much. Yeah, see all this is quite slippery. Yeah, it's not dried out yet. It's cement, concrete, whatever. Yeah, very steep. Very hard to take a bike up here. Especially a decent sized one. There's new places in the old place that used to be called Bambunda. Centenary Bridge. Let's get a photo. Then over the edge down River Avenue there. Council seen my snaps and tiles. Hopefully someone will be out to clean it today or tomorrow. Sort it out. It's like the river's very dirty, as expected. It has been the last few times. I'll show that when we get to the middle. Yeah, we said put a railing on this side. Would be nice, a bit safer. There is people that would push their friends out onto it, or just people, bullies and that. There's a bit of a drop there. Maybe a 10 centimetre drop. Anyway, here's the Johnstone River in all its glory. Full of crocodiles, so don't swim in it. Chart along on our way across. So we've gone from bridge to bridge. It's the opposite direction. So I've been recording for 30 minutes now, but I've been walking for nearly 4 kilometres.
Total 4 kilometers. 52 minutes 11 seconds. 5,675 steps. Heart rate 120.
And we'll go down these stairs up here, to my left, further up. Whew. It's quite a warm day. But good, there'll be a lot of people out mowing lawns and doing all that stuff today. Before the rain kicks in again, if it does. They say it will, but you never know. They say there could be a cyclone, etc. Just down to the Coronation Drive footpath. It's all overgrown. And of course people put rubbish here. Nice they come along and poisoned all this along here and over the edge of it. Anyway, there's the new service stations out that way. The pie face. I recorded a video on my way out there, and I also recorded a video of the Pie Face United service station. So feel free to check those out in the Innisfail playlist. Bestestimes Reborn on YouTube. Mango Tree Caravan Park here, to give you an idea of where I am. For those who have lived here in the past and have an idea with me saying that, yeah, all this could be fixed up and even cemented over. Stop it all from growing back as much as possible. There's flowers on here, these purple flowers. See them in a few different places. I expect when the sun comes out for all this to grow up high on either side. It's just the way it is. And I wouldn't go down there like a lot of people do. People camp down there sometimes. With crocodiles and that, not really good. In a way, it'd be nice if they did that up and put a pathway through there and out to the new service station. That'd be great. Because there's still infrastructure from the old highway that they could repurpose and do up. Put markings and put signage and all this up. There you go. Nice flowers. I was like showing these. We've got some of these in Anzac Memorial Park, also known as King George Park to a lot of people. Yeah, it's not as nice to walk along here at this hour of the day, plus with it all overgrown on each side, it doesn't look as nice. But if you watch my other videos where I've walked along here, see the difference. Council will eventually get to it. New year, people have got to have a break. Got to have holidays. Probably gone skeleton staff at the moment. So we've gone from Bamboo Creek Bridge to Centenary Bridge. Now the trek to the Jubilee Bridge, then to the Geraldton Bridge. Sorry about the runny nose. Probably hear it now and then when I become the sniffleupagus. Yeah, probably next time I come along here it'll be nice and tidy. But we'll show up here where you can see the Johnson River. I'll probably get a second video on the way back into town from the Geraldton Bridge. Keep an eye out for that. Fitness equipment. Yeah, you can see here the Johnson River all muddy and brown due to all the rain. People say there's you see crocodiles here sometimes if you wait long enough. I've never seen one along here. It doesn't mean there isn't. Just, yeah, you got to come along at the right time, I guess. The right day. Unpredictable. I wouldn't want to come in contact with one, like if it comes up here. No. Anyway, there's someone jogging along. Some of this up here. Good morning. Part of Emo Eli. Shout out to Emo Eli. Hashtag Emo Eli. Some of that was recorded here, short film, local short film. Look back where we just came from, because it's usually quite a nice area. And I think the briefcase or the suitcase, whatever it was called, was recorded along here, some of it too. Another local short film. Always support locals giving it a go, especially the decent locals. They really put their heart and soul into things. It's a bit yuck here. Mud and that from the drainage. Don't know how far that lady will go, whether she'll come back through. I'll try and keep out of her way. Whew. Near Rita Street, RITA. Pardon me. Yeah, it's not letting me go next. Alright, we'll put another photo on. From a different angle. See if it'll let me. Oh, there we go. Very big slipping hazard. Pardon me, the runny nose. Ugh. They're not much fun. This is pathway. Accessibility, yes. It would be hard for certain people with mobility issues to walk through this. I mean, I don't want to walk through it either. Have to go around it. I mean, people who walked barefoot through there, because you can see footprints. There's Rita Street over here. Whew. Cyclists dismount here, I very much doubt people will. It goes down to where Alvarez's store used to be, not far from the butcher. Midway Butchers is Riverside Bed and Breakfast. This is always really nice along here. It'll be a bit run down because of the storm and that the other night, but we'll walk a bit slower through here so you can see nice flowers. It's always nice. I've taken photos and video along here many times over the years. If you look at the Innisfail Beauty videos, you'll see this. Same with the 1 minute per location, I think I've shown here. One of those as well. But I don't go down to the steep part down there anymore. Too much. So anyway, we'll continue along here. So we can get this off the road. This chappie here. continue along Merry Way. Just turn the street to my right. Goes down to Marillion Road. Turner like Turner and Hooch. Oh, pardon me. Get across onto the pathway. Usually pine cones along here. Certain times of the year you get pine cones along here. And seeds, you get seeds from this tree. And butterfly, hopefully that showed up. Butterfly going past. Lucky that was still in its packet. And it's slippery from sweat. It's a big pine tree. Usually drops a lot of pine cones certain times of the year. So all the way to the top. There we go. Anyway, let's continue along. A bit overgrown here. Council will be sick of me, but it's people's safety I worry about. Get another photo from the other angle, so you're more likely to be able to see how low it is. Oh, the hotter it gets, the more my nose runs. Sadly, just part and parcel of the whole thing. Overgrown vegetation. Snap scent. It's pretty straightforward. Anyway, we'll continue as a can continuum in Toronto, Canada would say. We will continue, or I will continue. You definitely check out his videos and Johnny Strides and Destination Travels and Sepand, the TTC Explorer, and the others. Tara T-Shots, just T-Shots. The Canadian walk tubers that I follow and watch. I quite enjoy their content. There's also Liam Epic Nation HD. Check his stuff out. Out there giving it a go. Then there's Alex Explores TO, I think something like that, name of the channel. Yeah, there's a few of them out there that are worth watching. The best picture quality one is Johnny Strides. He puts the most into it with his live streaming setup, and that is always trying to get the best audio and visual. He's got a special server thing at home, so he can do a lot of his streams in 4K. He likes 4K 60 like I do. I record all my videos that aren't with the water resistant camera in 4K 60, but YouTube and the editing software I use don't often allow it. I have to shrink it down to 4K 30. Good morning. Give me a good wave. Yeah, so definitely worth checking out those walktubers on YouTube. There are other social media platforms as well, but YouTube's their main thing. Let them know that Bestestimes Reborn recommended their channels. Let them know in the live chats and on their just the normal comments and that, because yeah, they know my name from the many years of being part of their streams, commenting. Marty Street, M-A-R-T-Y, like Marty McFly, Back to the Future. Yeah, I wish I put a nice pathway through here instead of having to walk on this, because it ends up flicking up into the back of your shoes. Be nice to put a proper road in here too. Anyway, such as it is, still heading towards the Jubilee Bridge. Great when we get onto the newer part of Coronation Drive. More fallen tree branches. They need to be cut back so they don't fall on top of the power lines. Over here, the ones up here. It's usually Ogon's thing. Yeah, in a cyclone that would be a thing. It certainly needs to be sorted out before a cyclone hits. The river's in a lot further because it's up higher than it normally is. Well, I've nearly done an hour.
Total 5
There's
kilometers.
Chappie on the bike again.
5 minutes.
So we'll let him go past.
7,129 steps. Heart rate
Give him space to go
130
past.
per minute.
Look quite grumpy. It's nice to thank people when they move out of the way like that. Just manners. Common sense. Makes people want to do it more. Makes it feel good. But anyway, let's continue. Not far from the East Innisfail State School. What are we up to now? 5.10 kilometres, so 5.10. So I'll probably end up doing about 10 kilometres. There's Johnson River through there. Yeah, this part here is quite often very slippery, very horrible, and mosquito city. Yeah, just full of mosquitoes and bumpy parts. Whoa. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to report this up here. I don't know if I'll be able to get around there. Get past it. There'll be something to show on the video. Might have to go down Marty Street, track back. Wow, that's full on. Yeah, I think someone's jumped over there or something, broken it away a bit. Wow, that's pretty wild. Might be able to step over it. Yeah, that's pretty full on. I don't know about getting over that. Wow, that's full on. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty big. It's pretty wild. I can't get over that. I probably could, but I don't want to take the risk. Wow. Anyway, at least we get to see that. See, our mate would have come along on his push bike and seen that. He could have told me this was here. It's blocked up here. Yeah, I'm not a long jumper or a high jumper that could jump that safely. Yeah, that's pretty wild. See where it's broken off there. Vegetation. Yeah, I'm not gonna try and get over that, but yeah, that's blocked. See if other people do. Oh. Hi. Oh, well, I've had the council know. People are climbing over it. Do I trust it? Yeah. There you go. I'll make him do it on his bike. Oh, I could probably do it, I just don't want to risk it. Anyway, I'll go back around Marty Street. It's annoying, but part of life. A young fella just picks that bike up and steps over it. No. Yeah, that's pretty wild. I'm gonna get a photo, just a normal photo. Send it to a friend of mine so I can see what it's like here. Thing is, it's a bit of a hike back. And then around the, oh mate, yeah. Around past the outside of the school. Yeah, I wish there was another part to get across, but anyway, we'll way around that. I'd tell someone it's all coming towards me now. We're off going around Marty Street to Marillion Road, down past the school, and then back on to Coronation, which is what I'll do. Yeah, there you go. Wasn't expecting that. See, people should have warned me, so I was coming along out of manners and that. But people don't. Well, it's just extra distance I've got to walk in the heat. more exercise. Not that I don't get enough exercise anyway with all these walks, but you know, that's how it is. It's the sort of thing that needs to be checked after these sort of situations. All the rain and that, some of the tree roots rot and things fall down. Anyway, there's the Jack Ferguson Place signage, which we didn't show before because I was too engrossed in what I was doing. Nearly up to Marillion Road, the usual. Down towards the Empower Church, Midway Butchers, etc. Out to the highway. Over on Marillion Road, there's the Marty Street bus stop. I don't know why that's called. Gorks is right near Marty Street, but it's not on Marty Street, so M-A-R-T-Y. Like I said earlier, like Marty McFly. Or Marty Monster from the Early Bird show back in the 80s. Used to be on at 6 AM, Channel 10. With Darryl Cotton. It's a good show. It's a classic. Wow, walked along here so many times over the years, even before I started doing these videos. Hundreds of times along here, maybe thousands. What are memories? I can smell it coming along past the white lines, playing chicken with me. He was going to run me over on the other side of the road. Yes. On the part where he shouldn't have been riding, of course. Being a smart, like, what if his brakes failed? I would have got skittled. Yeah, it wasn't the smartest thing. Wasn't impressed. Yeah, don't do that sort of thing. I know he was mucking around. I knew the guy. I wasn't impressed with it though, either way. So anyway, let's continue along. Hopefully we have enough battery to make it all the way to the Geraldton over near the hospital, one that takes you over to Innisfail Estate, Villetta's Estate, if you want to call it. We're nearly up to the school. Getting close. Very long walk. Worthwhile. I'm glad I'm doing it. If anyone wants to help out with the channel, feel free. Put the PayPal link in the description. Don't have to. Never feel obligated to. But if you would like to, feel free. Much appreciated. We're just watching the videos all the way through. Even setting the Innisfail playlist or one of the other playlists going when you go out and just leave it playing. So I get the views, I get the watch minutes, and then like, share, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Really helps the channel out. Yeah. There's the old East Innisfail preschool. The mural on there that's getting more and more faded as time progresses. Yeah. It says 98 on there. So that's from 1998, that mural there. Wow, it's amazing. Cool to see it's still there though, hopefully it stays there. I wonder if there's some sort of coating they can put over stuff like that to stop it from fading as fast. I mean, that's done well. 2026, and that's from 1998, so. Well, I remember it being there over the years. Who remembers where this higher fence is? They used to have a basketball court and that people used to play at a lot. It kept people fit and that, but they didn't like people playing in there, so they got rid of it. Oh, there's units, flats, whatever they are, for sale across there on Reborn Road. So there's 4 of them. Pardon me, there's 4 letterboxes. Okay, so we are back. Yeah, the camera overheated. I'm still open to the Innisfail school. Let it cool down for a sec. About 10 minutes. Carmel Street down there in the old Bodner store. Heavey, Heavy Street. It's the old Shell service station here. Smart Computer Solutions. You can see here that it was a Shell service station because the signage, the stickers are still there after all these years. Good to see. We're on Marillion Road. It's a Marillion Road Hill. We're going back around Coronation onto Coronation Drive. Got the camera battery charging in my pocket. The extender handle, battery handle, whatever you want to call it. There's blue care over there. So hopefully by the time we get to the Jubilee Bridge, as the tropical vets arm, hopefully the battery will be fully charged. It may not overheat, hopefully. Yeah, tropical vet services. I can see where this tree's been burnt. I don't know if that's intentional. I'd say so. It's rubbish in that there. As well, someone's had a bonfire to burn the tree stump. Anyway, so you got to go all the way up to get onto the thing, or go down here. I think there should have been one of those little driveway bits up here to get on. Be a bit safer. You got to go all the way here where it's all rough and yuck. Yeah. It's not very nice going on this part here, as you can see. Yeah, it's harder to carry this without the extension handle battery. It doesn't give you a huge amount of room. Anyway, we'll continue along, do what we can, the best as we can. Camera is getting a bit hot again. We'll be in the shade in a sec, so it's something. Getting closer to Shoe Street. Yeah, sorry about that interruption. If it goes off again and there's a jump in the video, that's because of the camera overheating. I don't take the easy way out and stop and jump in a taxi and go to the next spot. No, I just keep going as best as I can. But yes, be careful if you're coming along there behind the school and the tree's still there down. I wouldn't go over it. I know other people did, and the guy did, the kid did with the bike and that, but you know. My common sense said not to do it. And you got where it's all sloppy and yuck at the Bamboo Creek pedestrian bridge. Be careful on there too. Just keep an eye out and see when it's being cleaned. And like along here can be quite slippery too. And this is fairly new. But the tree canopy and that, it gets a bit yuck. This is where the boat sunk many moons ago. Yeah, down here where this mooring is. Anyway, we'll do the best that we can. Try and get down to the Geraldton Bridge. They wanted to do this bridge to bridge to bridge to bridge. 4 bridges for a while now. They're not Nash bridges. I don't know if anyone remembers the TV show Nash Bridges. Anyway, it's a nice tree canopy. They had to cut down some of the trees for the drainage along here, I think, and for some of the pathway. But I like how wide the path is here. So nice. Shout out to the guys who built this, that were nice and friendly to me. Big old chats and yelled out Bestestimes a few times, and had "We Love Bestestimes" written on their side office. The portable building, or demountable building, whatever you want to call it. Just keeping an eye on the battery. I don't want it coming unplugged and then the cable scraping along the ground and getting ruined. The retractable cable that retracts sort of like a vacuum cleaner cable. Old school. Yeah, we'll look back where we just came from. Oh, we're still in the shade. Yeah, I always like this spot when it's been cleaned up. It's getting very overgrown to the sides. There's so many people who do walk along here. There's Shoe Street, where they were doing all the waterworks, pipes and things like that. Fairly new railing they put here. They put one further up too. If you're going to buy one of these cameras, yeah, it's best to buy the Creators Combo kit so you can get the battery and the mini tripod. It's just easier to put it around, and you get a microphone with it too, wireless mic. If you want a water resistant camera, better to get the DJI Osmo Action 6 or the 5 Pro. 5 Pro will probably be a bit cheaper now, the 6 is out. You can get different kits for that. Different combos and that. I find the Adventure combo is really good with the action cameras, with the DJI action cameras, because they come with the extra batteries and the triple charger. For charging them all in the one unit. Easier to take with a power bank and plug in and charge. Stanzella. If you're wondering where I am, Stanzella. Oh, Stanzella, won't you cry for me? I come from Innisfail with the camera on my knee. If you know, you know. Bartle Street. That's in Bartle Frere. And the water tower through there. Oh, there's part of a UE boom speaker down there. Ultimate ears, which is, if it's still owned by the same lighter, part of Logitech. Logitech to make the good keyboards and mouses. Getting close to Banwell Street, where the seat is here, where the parts are getting overgrown and make it hard to see across the Bamboo Creek Bridge. So the tide's going out a little bit. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I might come along with his dogs. So better keep going. There's the Bamboo Creek Bridge. And the railing here and the steps. It'd be nice to put a railing to the steps here. That'd be something smart. Because they are quite steep. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but yeah, it's quite steep. Burnwell Street. Someone coming along on a push bike. Look over the side. Stick to the left. Could be the teenage boy from before. It may not be. I don't know, but I think they've got a helmet on, so that's something good to see. You don't really see that often. No, it's one of the cycling club types. Wear the full outfit. Lady. There's the water tower over there. Nearly up to Fitzgerald Street. Whew. That's Fitzgerald Street just there. Giveaway sign's been knocked down. That tree's been there forever, that huge one. I remember that being there in the early 90s. I'm sure it was there well before that. Huge one on the corner. That would take a lot to get rid of if the need was there. Whew. The sun's getting a lot of bite to it. Anyway, let's continue along. I've been outside, other people kicked off things like that, little branches and that. Fitzgerald Street. People just look at me weird when I do that sort of stuff. It's not going to stop me from doing the right thing. They get safer for people. It's not going to stop me from having manners, the way people talk to me or look at me and that. Even if you don't hear me saying hello. If they don't say anything, I usually give them a nod anyway. Or a smile. Got a bit of rain coming up here. See some dark clouds. Hopefully we can get to the other bridge in time. And get this battery charged as much as possible. Where all the birds usually are in the trees. Heaps of nests. If anyone knows what sort of birds they are, let us know in the comments. Are they starlings or some other bird? Especially if you've come along here and seen them, or seen me zooming in over the time. Hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. Anyway. Now we don't know exactly how long I've been recording for because I had to stop the video before because, well, the camera automatically stopped it from overheating. But like I said, if it stops again, I'll have to keep walking and then I'll start it again when it's cooled down. Just missed that little bit in front of the school, which annoyed me because I wanted to show the school because it's school holidays. You can show it, there's no children there. Show the outside of it. This is Coronation Drive over there. Sensitive weed here. Let's see if it'll close up while we're showing it. Looks like it can. Yeah, well, it closed up, but I don't know if it showed up. Bendy eye, sensitive weed, or whatever. Bendy Owen. Wouldn't be surprised if she was named after that. Steve Irwin's daughter, Bendy Owen. some coconuts on the tree up there. Be careful coming along here, you just never know. Better off going on the other side of the pathway just in case. It's all mangroves to my left. Johnson River. Let's look back where we just came from. Been forgetting to do that of late due to the heat. Just needing to get it over and done with. So we might have to, no, just to get out of the heat. We might have to part 1 and part 2 it. What we might part 2 it, start the part 2 from the, when the camera overheated along inside the school. We'll see. We'll see what the editing software allows. It'll probably take a couple of days to be uploaded where YouTube is. Would have been nice if it was available today. Let's see. All the water and stuff in there amongst the mangroves. The fitness equipment. First time I've seen that in 2026. Wow. And shout out to Jasmine who yelled out Happy New Year to me coming out of Carmel Street. Much appreciated. If you see this, let us know in the comments. I do appreciate it. Your kind words when I see you on that. How nice and kind and happy you always are. It doesn't go unnoticed. There's Ashton Street straight ahead where it says no through road. And then Agnes, the one where the hill is. I have done a video walking over all that over the time. Yeah, there's Agnes. Sorry, I can't see the screen properly in the heat. See exactly what the camera's seeing. There's the Jubilee Bridge. So it's the 3rd bridge in the walk. We'll get our photo when we get on there. People are putting Nazi symbols over there, we won't show that. Why people have to do that stuff. You can't see it there, it's on the arch part on the other side. So, Johnston River, it's up a lot higher when I come along yesterday. Back where we just came from, with a nice breeze through here. And there's glass over here too. Anyway, there's the lawn bowls. Pardon the nose running. Oh. Wet leaf just touched my camera case. Anyway, so Innisfail lawn bowls. Oh, taking the sign off here. Used to be a sign up in the end here. Innisfail lawn bowls is what that one there. Celebrating 100 years, 1923 to 2023. The way to the Corso, Marillion Road. And the Jubilee Bridge. Should be getting closer to where I can put the other battery on. Just clips on. Get a photo on the bridge when we can. There's a few people walking along here, so I've got to be careful what I show. Oh, we got our Jubilee Bridge photo on the camera.
Good morning, Happy New Year.
Good morning, Happy New Year. I was saying when they got further down. Cut that out. Yeah, the Johnston River. So we're going across the third bridge. Oh, they said hello, good morning, happy new year. Yeah, so that's something, I guess. It's the Innisfail District Police Headquarters. Try and get some shade in along the way, hopefully. So the camera will stay a bit cooler. I can feel it getting warm now. Like I'm getting warm too. Might get another photo of the bridge. Now that people are gone. I think the photo might have shown them in it. Couldn't really see because of the phone being so old mate. Anyway, this bridge was opened in 2011. There was a little plaque which I just walked past. I easily remember it anyway. But yes. So. It's a fire brigade. The light's on but no siren. If anything's happening, hopefully everyone's okay. Going over east direction. Anyway, let's continue along. Whew. Flanagan giving me a wave. If you know, you know. Coming up to the Cane Cutter Monument, got to walk a little bit weird along here because the paths are really bad. Of course, there's no shade along here. Yeah. Cane Cutter Monument, which we've shown in full detail, plenty of videos, so we'll continue along because it's getting crazy hot. We'll have a look at the temperature in a sec. Let's see. Successful. Let's have a look. Hi Cecil. Happy New Year. Cecil, if you know, you know. Let's see. 29.3 degrees Celsius, feels like 34.1. 75% humidity. There you go. So we're on the Fitzgerald Esplanade, the Johnston River. It's over there. Jack Fossey Park up here. Right over there with the tinny. Fishing tinny boat. So RSL over there. A little bit shady here, we might stop for a sec. Check the battery of the other one, let this cool down and I'll be back. Seeing there's no one sitting here, which is very rare. Yeah, she's just got to keep going. Or you never get it done. So we're back again. Had a bit of a rest over here. It's 9:53 AM currently. I have done, let's see, 1 hour 43, 7.90 kilometers. So nearly 8, getting close to 8. It's over Johnson River, Fitzgerald Esplanade, Jack Fossey Park. It's Jack Fossey Park signage here, as you can see. And the time capsule that doesn't have a date that it's meant to be opened on it anyway. So I don't know when that's supposed to be opened. I'm sure the council knows. I'd like to be here when it's opened, if it's in my lifetime. Did fall down in Cyclone Larry. So I don't know if they put the stuff back in it or what the deal was. Just remember it being knocked over. Anyway, it's not the nicest to walk on this park because the paths are a bit catawampus, a bit weird, a bit misaligned, and needs to be fully gotten rid of. This part's not as bad as the next part, the next corner. It's usually pretty bad. Walk on it, and if you've got mobility issues, you can overfall quite easily. Yeah, here it's gone all deep, and don't know if it shows up on camera, but yeah, it's a bit messed up here. Very much so. To be replaced with that Pebble-crete stuff that they put in front of the Shire Hall and that. Yeah, it should have continued to do that around. It's the Innisfail fire station. The old Masonic Lodge. And the old ambulance station. After that, the grey one. Just been freshly painted, cleaned and painted. The old ambulance station. There's Rain and Horn. There's Innisfail Seafood. Coffee shop. 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's a bit of a tripping hazard here. Dunk. Don't know if Innisfail Seafood's going to be open, but the little cafe is. There's the old ambulance there. The old Masonic Lodge and the fire station. We've got to get up to the next bridge, go across it, and then finish the video. Then I can mosey on home, get out of the heat. Nice tree canopy along here at times. It's starting to grow pretty low. End up in the way of people walking along here. Johnson River through there. The other side is Dalrymple Esplanade. We've walked that too, but it's just too much in this heat. It's getting too late. Tree branch down. One of those tables and chairs that usually get green ants all over it. Innisfail District Hospital over here, getting close up to the skate park. Wow, 2026. First walk in 2026. First video. Hopefully where I usually get my cola flavoured cold carbonated beverage from. Hopefully that's open. In other words, I usually get a can of Coke from there. Nice cold can of Coke. Would be nice. There's the Herb Layout Park and the skate park just there. There's a little climbing area over there, rock climbing style, very small. Rotary Club of Innisfail Fitzgerald meets Crown Hotel Monday 6:30 p.m. Why is that still accurate? Why do they still do that? Yeah. Fitzgerald Parker Rotary Project. Nice that that was cleaned, so you could read it properly. Great. This vehicle. There's like plovers going off. Someone on a four-wheeler coming along. A young fellow. He's got a helmet on, I'll give him that. Probably a Christmas present. Wouldn't be surprised. So fun. At least he's got a helmet on. And he stopped for the traffic and they're probably going to the skate park. No, it's going along. Anyway, it's all good. As long as he's doing the right thing. And cautious of people and that. Wonder how far he gets on that. It's battery operated. Whether it's petrol thing. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Christmas present. There's the skate park there. And the oral health services, the dental part of the Innisfail District Hospital. Cairns and Hinterland Hospital and Health Services. There you go. Health Services, it says. Innisfail Hospital deliveries and authorised vehicles only. There you go. Oh, we're coming up on the Geraldton Bridge, so we will have done the four bridges shortly. Hopefully the camera doesn't overheat, we can get across it, at least. That would be great. Innisfail Memo Country signage. Four bridges in one walk. Nearly non-stop, nearly. Cars for sale over there. 18k or nearest offer. It's Mitsubishi Outlander or something. Not going over to it. There's got a lot more walking to do. What are we up to now? 8.49 kilometres from home. Yeah, Jordan Bridge, Johnston River. We might walk over and then back on video because of the lighting. May not be that great. Let's get our quick photo. Of course it says there's not enough room. Oh, pardon me. Oh, pardon me. Wow. Anyway, the camera keeps overheating, so we'll do our best and show what we can. The lad is coming along with the four-wheeler, so makes it hard. Makes it very hard. There's room for him to get past. Yeah, alright. I'll let you go past. Yeah, you're alright. There you go. It's the Johnston River. Geraldton Bridge. Head manners. Appreciate that. He didn't thank me for moving out of the way, but he said he didn't want to pop his tyres, which is fair enough. So we're going over the Geraldton Bridge. Bridge number 4. Bamboo Creek, Centenary Bridge, Jubilee Bridge, and now the Geraldton Bridge. Wow, camera did overheat in a few different places. Nothing I can do about that. There's a bit of a breeze, so it might help. Going along here, cool me down slightly. It's very hot, very humid. But we can say we've walked across all these bridges in the one video, or if it has to be put into 2 videos, then 2 videos. And there we go. So we'll get across, then turn around and come back, and we'll finish the video at the other side of the bridge where we started from. Started this bridge. I'm not going to go down Dalrymple. Oh, you can see where the water eroded that down there. Wow, that's crazy. From all the rain and that. Yes. They were going to turn that into a footpath all the way around there as well and join it up to Flambys Point Road, which is this one here. Yeah, it would have been good, but nope. Council did say it on their Facebook page and on their website. That was stage 2 or something of it, of the Dalrymple. But anyway, let's go back across. If the camera stops, well, that's the thing. Overheating. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Bestestimes, keeping memories alive for us future generations to see. Welcome to 2026. Stay tuned for more videos over the year. Hope you enjoyed the videos from last year. Let us know in the comments about last year's videos and places within the area that I can get to walking. If you have any suggestions, places you'd like to see. If we can do it, I'll do it if I can. Some places you just can't do due to privacy and different things. And that and distance, but we'll do what we can. If you want to donate to the channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. There's also an Amazon wish list if you'd like to choose some of those products and donate to the channel that way. Always helps the channel out. Most recent stuff is at the top of the list. Never feel obligated. Just liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, which doesn't cost anything. Watch the videos all the way through. That always helps. So, yeah, we're nearly at the end of the video, nearly at the end of the bridge. Wow.